Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. We are this week, Cancer, getting messages from the Ancient Ones, and we are tapping into that energy to ask about your spiritual success and activation. So I'm going to use my Animal Oracle deck. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that today. My teeth have been moving around, so it might be that. I'll be glad when that's done. Animal Oracle deck, and then I'm going to use my Shadowscape Tarot, and I have the teeny tiny Everyday Witch right here ready to go. We're going to find out what area of your life you're feeling the most disheartened about or feel the most blocked in. Excuse me, how does this block shape the course of your life? What can you activate in your life right now? And how can you move away from your worries? I was going to say all of your worries. I'm like, can you move away from all of your worries? I want to say if you become a parent, no, never. That's done. You're screwed. Forget it. All right, Cancer. My portals of love. Messages for Cancer from the Ancient Ones. Messages for Cancer from the Ancient Ones, helping them with their spiritual success and activation. Some of you might be, I shouldn't laugh actually. I have a very juvenile part to my personality, so some of you might be dealing with body odor problems. I don't know. Saying you. There's nothing to laugh about. Actually, it isn't. Because it can be very embarrassing. So I'm sorry. This is block shape the course of your life. Time for a deep dive. You might need a bath. I don't know. I'm just saying, this is what I got here. Okay, what are you activating in your life right now? Believe in yourself. You can spruce yourself up. You can smell good. How can you move away from your worries? Embrace the in-between. Oh, so you know the time after you've had a bath or a shower and you haven't started to sweat again? It's just stink. No, we're going to get deep. I'm telling you, we are. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Pig. You got pig and skunk. What's going on, Cancer? Come on, tell me. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Deer spirit, bring a gentle touch. Chameleon, oh, the hell is so much here. Okay, act as if you bring a gentle touch because nothing is wasted. Use your mind wisely, be fearless and bold. So you might even be in a scenario maybe that kind of makes you sweat. You know, like I always think to myself, like, one of the things that I've noticed about being a human being is that if I find if my sweat does smell, it's because of anxiety or anxious, you know, like that anxious sweat that, yeah, isn't that funny? So, but I kind of pick something up here like that, which is weird. I mean, some people just get full on ornery, like when I do that with the cards, but I tell you, there's a message in everything and everything has a message. So I think for some of you, there is something here about, you know, act as if everything is okay. You might be dealing with something that is a little bit stressful. Act as if everything is okay. Because nothing is also wasted. I feel like nothing is wasted on anybody. So I don't know if people are observing you or, you know, they're reacting to what you present to them. So nothing's wasted here. Like, think about your body language. If you're in a stressful or anxious situation, find yourself in that type of a circumstance, play it cool, right? Like, it's kind of like play it cool. Use your mind wisely. Be fearless and bold. Think yourself through this. And when you know, you do. Yeah. All right. I need to pull out tarot cards. I'm going to say this though. I feel like there's something here about you not feeling worthy of something. Either you're not feeling worthy of something, or you're feeling a little bit like there's a little bit of pessimism here. Because this little guy, I feel like, you know, because this is showing up where you feel blocked in life. There could be somebody who's a little skunk on you, like somebody kind of rains on your parade. Either someone is raining on your parade, put a little bit of stinky shit on your flower, or in a more pessimistic mode, you kind of feel like that's what I do. I'm just saying, it's a very... When this happens, it's time to look deep inside. It is. It's time for deep dive. It's time to find the beauty in you. This is why I feel a little bit like it's a bit of a pessimism here. Like you're feeling a little bit like, maybe you're feeling like you're on a bad luck streak. And this bad luck is, you almost feel like this idea of bathing, like cleansing yourself, right? Like maybe feeling like you have some bad aura on you or around you, or you're cursed in this lifetime. Like there's a bit of a question like that in this reading. Dive deeply, cleanse yourself, find the beauty in yourself, notice the beauty in yourself, see it, believe in it. I don't know. I mean, I think there are people that can be born into cycles that seem a little bit rough, and they could seem like bad luck cycles. But how we perceive good luck and bad luck, I will tell you this, right? If it's a difficult cycle, this entire life that you might be going through, because this is looking at life in a broader sense, especially because this card, how does this block shape the course of your life? It has you going pretty deep. It has you looking at things beyond the surface, that's for sure. And I do want to say, where I'm going with that is if, you are happening to live a life that feels like, I'm always on the wrong side of the fence, or always, your soul wanted to experience what that was like. Your soul does, because it's just an experience. It's like, I'm going to try that roller coaster. That scared the shit out of me, and I threw up and shit my pants, and I'll never do it again. Right? Like, when you say, I'm going to go do it, and then you do it, and then you think, oh, I wish I'd not done this. You're not going to do it again, are you? So that's another way to look at it. But you definitely, there's some stinky stuff that shows up in your life. And it kind of rains on your parade. Or you feel like you're bringing energy, like, why does this happen? Why does this, like, it clings to me, this bad luck, or I don't know. What can you do to activate your life right now is believe in yourself. And here's the key, because this little guy, he's been picking up these little acorns, right? I don't even know if he can pick up that one that he's found there. It's huge. It's bigger than him, but by God, he found it. It's for him. I'm tossing away this shit. I'm tossing away the little stinkers, the little stinker skunkers sitting on your flower. Believe in yourself. I love it. Believe in yourself. Believe that you could. You could pick up that. You could live off of that. That's all you need is that one acorn. So when good opportunities come your way, believe in them. Don't get all focused on, right? Be fearless and bold too. Believe in yourself. Use your mind wisely. Nothing is wasted. Bring your journal to... Okay, yeah, anyways, that's something else. This is like when things go bad, and they're not. They're pretty cute, aren't they? But they are stinky. And if you've ever had to wash an animal that's been sprayed by one, oh my God. It's nothing like that smell, when you smell on the highway when one has been squished or let one off. The smell up close and personal is nothing like the distant smell. It's pretty bad. When like pretty bad things happen, it's happening, okay? Some of it's happening because it's getting you to find a part of yourself that you never found before. A part of yourself that your soul has not experienced here. It's like, rip this out of me and see how it feels. Sometimes we go through stuff like that. And quite honestly, it's character developing. And it can develop your character in two directions. It can strengthen your character and make you more solid and more strong in yourself, or it can weaken your character, and that weakness can come in different ways. That weakness can come in perpetual pessimism. That weakness can come in aggression and anger towards others in the world. You know, there's a lot of different ways. And I want to say also that weakness come in when an opportunity does come, you don't believe in it. You don't believe that's not true. So that's what you can do to activate your life right now. There might be an opportunity around you right now, or one come around. You grab it, honey. You grab it and believe in it. Believe in you. Believe that you deserve it. Believe that you can have it. How can you move away from your worries? Embrace the in-between. That's interesting. So there might not be anything going on right now. Maybe that even feels like part of the bad luck. Or it's interesting with the flamingo there. I'm trying to think what I know about flamingos. I know a little bit about their mating habits and then raising their young. And then there's a whole episode in their life where they have to walk quite a distance before they even know how to fly. Some of them don't make it. That's not what I'm saying for you. I'm saying there can be sometimes a long walk between two stages, right? Like between this juvenile stage and then taking flight. You're not walking it alone because there's a lot of other ones walking it as well, but you are doing it on your own, right? There's no other flamingo holding each other up at that stage. They can't. They're not capable really of doing that. They can warn each other of predators, but it's up to you to get out of the way. They can bring food to squirrels. I should just set up a camera out there. What's going on? Outside. He must not be right around there. Maybe that's why they're running. I don't know. Anyways, but they can bring food to offspring. They can bring food to a mate that's on a nest and not able to get food. But you know, it's limited in terms of the help. Sometimes there can be a long walk between two stages. So that's how you can move away from your worries, is just to recognize that. Sometimes there is a long walk between two stages, and there's a lot of people that don't even make it. That end up stuck in the pessimism. That don't, you know, that, I don't know, that's an experience in itself. For the soul to just feel stuck. I don't think I see that with you, though. I kind of see like a little bit of a pushing through, you know, especially with the use your mind wisely and be fearless and bold. I really get, though, what is this? This is so curious about, I mean, because the underline is the reason why we're here. Oh, yeah, I'll show you. I keep forgetting because I've changed the format a little bit. I just want to read the cards and really get into it, and you'll see the cards later in the reading. I'll have the whole thing spread out, so you better stick around. You know, I could scroll. Act as if, and then bring a gentle touch, and nothing is wasted. I'm getting like this vulture is observant. So act as if everything is cool. I just saw a video. It's crazy. It's this drunk guy got into a pen with a lion, like a big male lion, mature lion. I've seen a couple other ones like that, and I turn off quick because I'm afraid it's gonna go bad. And sometimes it does. People lose arms and heads and all sorts of shit. This guy's drunk, and he told me the lion is so confused in this video. The lion the guy's like standing up. He's talking to the lion like eating totally I can't talk anymore. I've lost my ability to talk with this mouth thing. Inhibited with the lion, right? There's a bit of like this body language. It's amazing what you can pull off with body language, you know? It's not easy because body language, you see, that's the thing. All animals look for body language. I observe body language. I'll look at what your body is telling me more than what your mouth is. That's true. So that's interesting. Act as if everything is cool. That's not so easy to do. But if you can master it, you can certainly tame any lion around you. He tamed it. That thing was like, the guy was pointing, the lion was like looking at him and looking where he was pointing. See the camera, I understand what's going on. It was just, I thought it's going to go bad, but I don't know. The guy never turned his back on the lion, and he talked to it, and he, you know, acted as if. But I guess maybe because he was drunk. Anyways, I'm going to add tarot to this reading. All right. That's where this goes. Know your worth. You're not stinky. Don't compare yourself to other things. How did I not see that before? It just came in, right? Because the skunk has its own scent, and so does the flower. And who's to say which is better? I mean, I'm making a judgment call, but that doesn't mean that there's any value that's true or false about what I'm perceiving, right? So that's a block. That's something, or that's something that you feel disheartened about. Maybe people compare you to others. I feel like I'm hitting something here. People compare you to others, to other things. Maybe the things that you do, people compare those to other things. Believe in yourself. Screw them. Oh, I love that card with that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All you gotta do is believe in yourself, let me tell you, because shit. Massive transformation of movement here. You have 3 knights showing up, and it's really giddy up and go wing at some point. The Hanged Man. Let's look at this from a different angle, shall we? Oh, the cards. See? You can see the cards. You can zoom in on that too. I don't know if you know, I just discovered that. So I make it, because I just discovered it, I feel like nobody else knew it. That's how I live. It's like, look what I just discovered. You can do that while the video is playing on your phone. Why did I do that on the iPhone? You can zoom right in. You can look at all the cards there. Okay. I can't help but look at what you can activate in your life, because it's really beautiful. But you can see the cards. Zoom in there. Look at that. Okay. You know, this disheartened part, I feel there's, okay. The Death card, the 6 of Wands. I kind of feel like you go through a lot of process where you have kind of expectations, hopes, things that you're trying to create in life, directions you're trying to go, things you want to achieve, and then they go a little sideways. That is a common message here. It's starting to be kind of a bit of a, I find that sometimes for the week I'll have a bit of a common theme. It'll weave in and out in different spots. Maybe it depends on who's coming in to watch and where you guys pop in for different parts of your charts. I don't know. But there is something here about, you know, expectations crashing down, ending. But, you know, the funny thing is, you often end up getting success anyways. He's standing on a lion and he stuffed something in its mouth. Okay, I'm also feeling like that I do feel like people compare you to others. And I feel like sometimes to avoid comparing yourself to those same things, you might be a little bit harsh with your words. But you get victory in it. And maybe you feel like does this always have to be the way that I come out winning? Like that I have to get pushed to a point where I really have to break this down or speak up for myself in such a way that there can be a hard pushback. And I want to say, a lot of things that we do in life that might come off as a little more than what they need to be, there's probably a reason, like everybody's different. There's probably something that you've been through repeatedly in life and you find, you know what, I can't just talk gently. It's like a parent too. You tell your kid like 20 times, you need to get your shoes on. You're going to be late. You've got 5 more minutes. You've got 3 more minutes. And it's like, get your goddamn shoes on the door. You're leaving no computer, right? Oh, you have to get mad. I feel like there's a little bit of that, but it feels more like it's about, don't compare me to those things. Or maybe, even like siblings. Well, your sister became a doctor. What's wrong with you? I mean, why? Why are your dreams not big enough? I don't know, but there's really something like know your worth. And it feels like you always have to fight for what that is with people. And you have to do it in a way but you see, the thing that I'm getting is, I feel like you wish people would, maybe not compare you to, or not view you as whatever it is about you. If these are physical personality attributes or, wishes and dreams that you have for yourself, if people would not look at them as good and bad, because they're you and you can't change that. And you're trying to really just embrace who you are and live this life. I do feel like there's a part of you that really wishes it didn't come to that. And I think most parents do too. Yeah. So that's fascinating. Now, okay. How this block shapes the course of your life, well, that is very interesting. Because now, the first thing you start with is the 9 of Wands. It's like a deep sigh. A deep sigh because it's long and drawn out. It could be, because we're talking about the course of your life, it could be something that you deal with repeatedly throughout life. And then you have to look really deep inside yourself. It's funny because the 4 of Cups comes in. Well, then the Knight of Pentacles, that just feels like to me is trying to get your wheels, trying to get traction, trying to get some traction and trying to get going. Because I feel like sometimes people might pull you. Why does that keep coming up? People might pull you. It's coming up enough. I'm like looking at these readings and going, is this happening in my life? Are people pulling me in a different direction? I don't feel like it. So it's weird because it keeps coming up. Like with this 4 of Cups, she's sitting here and it just feels like, oh, that didn't happen. That's a waste. It feels like opportunities might be wasted because I feel like people perceive you in the wrong light. I'm going to say I feel like they miss opportunities with you, but I feel like you are a little bit tired of that. See that? A little bit tired of that. I feel like this deep dive, when you look more deeply into things, when you've pulled away from maybe a situation that's already played out in a sense that, you do find victory here. You do manage to have to fight to find your worth. But that's what this is. This is fighting repeatedly to find your worth, to prove your worth, to exercise your worth, your value. And then once you've done that, you slowly build momentum, trying to go in a new direction here. Be very practical. Because I feel like there is maybe some influence here because I'm getting like that. I don't know why that came out, like, a parent or someone saying, well, your sister became a doctor. Your brother's a professional hockey player. What are you doing with your life? And it almost does feel like it does influence you because now you suddenly become like this Knight of Pentacles. Well, okay, I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to be really practical. I'm going to follow through. Not that those are bad things, but I feel like they're driven by something, an influence for you, an influence that's attaching itself to you from a source that's not recognizing you, right? So, okay, let's get over to here, to what you can activate in your life right now. Well, I'm telling you, it's you. It is really you. Is believe in yourself, is throw the little acorn away. You know, some of you too, because there's a little acorn being tossed away and there's a big one that this one is sitting on. Some people might realize that, you know what, the skunk might be a little bit stinky. Maybe it's hard to swallow, but there's a lot fewer skunks than there are black-eyed Susans, daisies, or whatever. I think it's a black-eyed Susan, right? There are less skunks than flowers. So there's a rarity to you. And because there's a rarity to you, there's opportunities for you that not everyone is going to get. And some of this could be like, yeah, maybe you want to be a stand-up comedian and your parents are like, geez, do you know how long we saved up for you to have a proper education and to become a professional? It could be you know, but I think there's a little bit too of people, wanting to pull you down a bit and get you to measure yourself by their standards. And it's not to say that that's like the road that you want to take. I mean, maybe you want to be a doctor, and I wouldn't tell you not to, because we need good healthcare professionals. So, but it's like they see opportunities that you might have, and they don't want it. They don't have the balls to go after it, or they're not, you know, yeah, I mean, a little bit of that. Because there is, like, just wanting to say, I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. You might not make enough money to pay rent. So, but you also may end up, like, the stand-up comedians that make it, they really make it. And they have more than enough money to pay the rent. Because the tarot cards that came in with this, you have the King of Wands. Hello. Explosive, dynamic, fiery, taking that lion and making it roar. Sometimes, yes, I want to say too, there might be some benefit sometimes to, you know, metaphorical rag stuffed in your mouth and not saying something. Sometimes by not saying something, that says a lot. And then, okay, but so this is not the time. To activate your life is not the time to not say things. Because there's light glowing out of the King of Wands' back. There's light glowing out of the mouth of that lion that once had something stuffed in it. And you've got the Ten of Pentacles. That's like the comedian that, you know, they made it. It's winning against the odds. And then the Ace of Swords. It's clear, it's truth. It's even actually in some ways like honored or worshipped. I don't know what's going to come out of your mouth, Cancer, but that is like these swans. Oh my God, the swans. This is like the ugly duckling. How did it take me that long to see it? Did y'all see it before me? It is. Oh, have you seen like a juvenile flamingo? They are really gangly and funny looking. But then it becomes this. That is here in this reading. Because move away from your worries. You're about to realize, wow, you've gone through, this is like a double stage. This is going from the ugly duckling, becoming the swan, right? And then what you can do in your life right now is to like take flight as the swan. And the duckling, what do the ducklings do, right? Because the baby swan looks so weird. Weird. You're weird. But then it goes beyond that. I mean, you're taking it a step. You're taking it to another level here. Because it's almost like then you're a swan. But now you're about to go through some other transformation of a flamingo. And that is even more unique and unusual. You're changing your colors. The chameleon. Oh, you're changing your colors. Shit, this is pretty cool. And what did I say? Like the juveniles, they go on this long. I don't know if they all do. I think it was in Australia or somewhere near there. I was watching a program. I don't remember which. It was months and months ago. And there was a particular place that they go to breed, and then it dries up, but they have to walk somewhere, and it's a long walk, and some of them die of thirst, and it's just, it's not easy. But they're not in this color yet, right? Because they're not eating the foods that are going to create this. So how to move away from your worries? Well, you started with the Knight of Pentacles, right? And that was over here related to this swan. Take this deep dive, how this block shapes the course of your life. Well, all right, Let's make a plan. But I feel like this plan, it's still important that it has something to do with the uniqueness of you. Believe in yourself. Go for the big acorn. Now, that's what you can do right now to activate your life. Now, to move away from your worries is to realize that you're going even beyond that. So you're not ending at the ugly duckling story. Like, this is, I don't know. It's almost like becoming a master in your field. Because now all these swans come around to hear what you say, right? Or what you think. Or to show something. Yes, and I want to say also with the King of Wands, this could be just showing a way to live. Like, this is not, being a prophet or a dictator or like, it is the display of life, how you live your life. So you hit that. That's what you can do right now. But be aware that you're going to a whole nother stage here. And then there is going to be an in-between. And realize, though, in this in-between, like, this is another magnificent rising up of yourself to become a flamingo. So you go, the Knight of Swords, now you're really going. You're really picking up speed. You're really picking up speed in the in-between. Your in-between might be pretty quick. I don't know what that is in your life. Like, right, it's kind of vague. It's just like this interesting energy. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Picking up speed and going after something new here. Building on something new. Building on something with a whole new momentum and theme behind it. Embrace the in-between. The cup of knowledge. But this is a different type of knowledge because you've already achieved one, right? Through the mind. This is something through the heart, obviously, as well, and through the soul. Know your worth. The little skunk. Know your worth, Cancer. The little skunk. The King of Swords. It's funny. Because it is. It's like that professional. I want to say, too, that there's something written here. Kind of something written in the stars that you know of yourself. Believe in that. This disheartened. I feel like, anybody that might make you feel, okay, here's the thing. This is coming in very spiritual, actually, because this is the energy of someone who is very intellectualized, and you may be judged by people that, and I'm not going to say that there isn't value in what I'm about to say, but it can become devalued through when it's imbalanced. So this is the kind of energy that I pick up, like scientists, doctors, professionals, lawyers. Everything there's facts, and facts are important, and knowing is important, but sometimes there's things that we know beyond what can be explained. And we do live in a world where, and there is some basis for it, because a lot of these facts and science create houses and industry, and it's functioning. It might not be, it's a dysfunction functioning, but it is. So, there is evidence of it existing. And because of that, it has more credence sometimes, I feel like, than, Like you're compared. It's like comparing apples to oranges. No, it's comparing skunks to flowers. I hope it's coming through, like what I'm trying to say with this. Yeah, because this is written. It's intellectual. There's a part of you here that goes way beyond that. But now that's interesting that I give the analogy of a comedian, because I feel like comedians are really good at giving us a measuring stick to our society at that time. Like you can look back like 20, 30, 40, 50 years on comedy, and you can also see how it's matured. It's become more sophisticated, and it also tells truths. It tells uncomfortable things that we often don't want to look at, and it brings humor. It gives us a way of looking at that. So what I want to say is, you see how the comedian came up as not being very professional? So this could just be like how you govern your life. Like you use your instinct. You utilize your feelings and your emotions more than you might your intellect. But it is your power. It's kind of like your superpower. Because at the end of the day, it actually brings truth. Isn't that fascinating, right? And it does, even like if you were being compared to somebody who was a doctor. It is healing. It is very healing. Yeah. That's interesting. King of Swords, know your worth. Like, don't wait for somebody to tell you what this is. Okay, how does this block shape the course of your life? It's time for a deep dive. I kind of feel like, too, like with that Nine of Wands, you know, sometimes you just feel like, I really need a break from all of this shit. The Four of Pentacles and the Strength card. Whew. I really feel like I'm reading for like some people that get some serious blocks here. I want to say, I feel like you're very different from what would be considered the norm or the typical in our world. And our world is becoming so monochromatic, monocultural, mono-simplicity. I'm Gemini rising, I'll make up words. That's a new word. We should use it. So the same simple thing, right? Mono, singular. But you're not. Yeah, our world needs to be a little more flexible. It's almost like as space gets tighter and tighter, everybody's got to get along in the same way more and more. Which is creating a bit of a pressure point, isn't it? So that's interesting. Okay, so what can you activate in your life right now? Believe in yourself. Wow. Holy major arcana. The Hermit, the Magician, and the World card. Get out there. Be it. Do it. Don't hold yourself back. Oh, what's this? There's something in the background. There always is. The Moon, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. It's funny that I would kind of touch on like career, you know, like if you had parents like, oh, is that really what you're going to do with your life? Or I didn't really have any parents do that, but I know people who have. But the Moon and the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, this is a little bit of fear here about doing something different. Looking at some different possibilities here. I want to say you may have, this is putting an end to trying to manifest something on your own. This is drawn in, honey. Like this is magnetized energy. Bring it in. If you've been trying to manifest something bigger and better for yourself in some part of your life, and you've been doing that more on like a secluded individualistic basis. I don't mean like if you're working on, well, no, you have that Three of Pentacles. How to move away from your worries is to take opportunities. Take them. Because you've been building on your own. Take opportunities. And I want to say because you will be heard. Isn't it? Like, how did I start this reading? It's like you're not heard. You feel like you have, I want to just like the stuffing that in the lion's mouth. Like, just be quiet. Just stop it. There's an epiphany moment here for you. Move past your fear. Follow your intuition. Believe in that. Even if it can't be proven. Go and prove it. The King of Wands has proven it. The King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Proven it in his own damn way. So embrace the in-between. How to move away from your worries. Well, you got 2 knights. What is going on here? There's 2 things coming at you from 2 different directions. I'm going to look at that. Okay, I'm going to look at that in a minute. Embrace the in-between. The 6 of Swords. The 6 of Wands. There you go. You're on your way, and you are on your way to accolades, to success, to winning something here. Embrace it. So the 6 of Swords is getting you there. The universe is getting you there. And it's kind of like that juvenile flamingo. You just follow the line. Follow the line. Don't deviate from the path, because success is moving forward. What is this? You have a Knight of Swords on one side and you have a Knight of Cups on the other. And they're both coming in like this. Oh, sorry. See it? See that? They're both moving in. What is that? The Knight of Swords. The Chariot, movement. The 5 of Pentacles and the Fool. So this is quickly, without hesitation, moving beyond a lack, moving beyond a cycle of depletion. The Knight of Cups coming in the other side. Jesus, the Knight of Wands. I mean, there is so much movement coming. It's not funny. Passion, desire, love, excitement. Inspiration. The 3 of Pentacles. What the hell are you going to build? 2 cards did a triple sow cow. Well, I don't know. You're going to build over and over again. And keep building. Because the 3 of Pentacles is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. You might build something that never got off the ground in the first place. But you're bringing like a real drive with that energy. Oh, you have the Hierophant, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. You know, if you were told or you believed it couldn't be done, it can be done. So there you go. Well, that's what I got for you, Cancer. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm looking at the cycle you are leaving, the cycle you are entering. What will be your focus in the void between those 2 cycles, which is interesting. That is interesting because how to move away from your worries is embrace the in-between, and that is the void. We still got a bit of that already. You can still go to the extended. It helps pay my bills. And then advice. I'm going to give you advice too. So thank you so much, Cancer. Until next time, do be gentle with yourself. Bye.